Oh, girl, do you know how amazing you are? I just wanted to come on to tell you how amazing that you are. All you need to do is just tap into your beauty, tap into her, and she will see how beautiful she is, and the world will see how beautiful she is too. But you know, beauty is not always what's on the outside. Sometimes your most value, your most beautiful self is what's on the inside. Sometimes that's the most beautiful part of you. It's on the inside of you. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. You are so beautiful. And I want you to take time and focus on the beautiful things that are inside of you. The things that are inside of you that are innate. And focus on that beauty. Focus on that energy. And focus on bringing out that energy inside of you so that the world can see your true value. Your true value are those hidden gifts inside of you. Do you know there's a lot of hidden gifts in you that you even haven't tapped into, but you're so focused on your physical self that you're forgetting about the most valuable things that are inside of you that's beyond the physical things about you. Your hidden gifts. These are your valuables. These are the things that bring value to your life so you don't have to be so dependent on all these extra relationships that are really not, they don't really matter that much. But if you don't know your own value, then you can't attract the people that you want to you because you don't have anything that's valuable. People are attracted to valuables. It's just the world that we live in. Things changed from centuries and civilizations ago. Things changed. Today, people are attracted to valuables. They're attracted to things. They're attracted to beautiful things. And so when you are focusing on the valuables that are inside of you, like for instance, for me, I sing and I do hair. And these are valuable things that people attract to me. These are the reasons that people attract to me because I do hair, I sing, and then outside of that, I have good character, right? So when you start working on your inner beauty and the inner valuables, those turn into physical and it turns into monetary value. So because I do hair and I sing, I'm able to create monetary value for myself. And women need to really stop focusing on the value that they're looking for value from a man. And the value is within yourself. Yes, men are very visual. They are physical. So everything, their whole life is revolved around what they see. Women are spiritual. We carry spiritual gifts inside of us. But because we live in a man's world, we're always trying to please a man. So we want to make sure that physically we're attractive so that we can keep the attention of a man. But you need to focus on how do I keep the attention of many people, not just one person, right? How do I gain the attention of a lot of people? Well, opposed to just one man, right? then you need to focus on what is valuable about you. What makes you valuable? Create something. Create a business. If you can create a business, now you're creating a way for you to attract a lot of people to you, men and women. So, for instance, for me, I have a business in hair and I attract a lot of people. I attract men and women to me because I do hair. I attract people to me because I sing. I attract people to me because I speak, I talk to people, I give people, I lend a lot of advice. So you have to find things about you that can create value. When you put all your value into a person, you're going to be very, very disappointed because people change too often. You can't put a lot of your energy into a person because a person changes. But you see this bottle will never change. This bottle will sit on my table and it will never change. It will stay the same. And if you don't open it, it will not move. But for people, people change. So when you put your trust in people and you think, and then they change on you and they flip on you, you're trying to understand, well, why did they change? Why? I met her one way and now she's another way because she's not a thing. She's not a thing. She's not like this comb. This comb is going to stay the same. But when it comes to people, people change. People change. You can't put your trust in people. You can't count on people. That's why they created AI right now, because AI is something that you can rely on, right? Because it's not emotional. But when you try to create your life around people, you're going to always be disappointed because people change. They change because we live in an emotional body, right? So when you start trying to put all your eggs into one basket, you're going to be disappointed because people can't stay the same. So you can't depend on somebody to take care of you, to give you this and to give you that. And when they stop, now you're mad, you're upset, you don't understand why did they change on me? Because people change, life changes. So how do you create a situation where you can have multiple people around you? Or how do you create a situation where you can attract people to you all the time? How do you create that situation? Well, you got to create a business. You got to create a business. A business is what will help you to continue to attract people to you that you won't even miss one person, right? You won't miss one person. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. So I said that this was about you are beautiful because yes, you are beautiful, but you have to find out what are the beautiful values that are in you. Anything that is beautiful, it is valuable. It's valuable. So when I tell you that you are beautiful, that means that you are valuable. You're valuable. What is inside of you? Find out what is it in me that makes me so valuable. What can I how can I get out the gifts and the valuables that are in me, those hidden treasures that are inside of me? How do I get them out so that I can attract the people that I want, so that I know that I'm beautiful, so that I understand my worth and I don't place all my worth into how one person feels about me? How one person feels about you? No. You need to try to do something that will attract people to what you have, like this thing. Because people like things. They're not really into people. They're not really into people. People are into things. So you have to create things around you to attract people to you. So then therefore, they're not being attracted to the thing, they're not being attracted to you, but they're being attracted to the thing that you have. the thing that you have created. And that's why businesses were created. Because if you do the research on business, business is treated as a person. Business is treated as an entity. If you go online and you Google business, it will tell you that business is considered as another person. Yeah. It's considered as another entity. It is a thing. So, in order to create people around you, in order to create value to your life, you have to create things, because people are not attracted to just a person. And a lot of women, they don't realize that, they think that, okay, so if I go get a new butt, or if I go get some a new boobs, or if I go get, oh, I'm going to attract that man. Yes, you are going to attract the man. Men are uh men are visual. They're physical. They look for things. So yes, women have to dress themselves up so that they can catch the eye of the man. Yes. So now you got the attention. So now what else do you have to maintain the attention of that man, or of a man, right? Because you have to create things to keep people's attention to you. And one thing about human beings, we need a lot of attention. We yearn, we lust for attention, we live off of attention all day, right? So you want a man to pay attention to you, or you want somebody to pay attention to you. You want attention. Well, you have to create something that will bring attention to you, that will make you attractive. What will make you attractive? It's business. It's business. You have to create something that people want, right? People don't go to the grocery store to look at the people that work there, to look at the cash register, or to look at the attendant that's attending to you. They're going there because they want the things. They don't want you. Okay? They don't want you. People are not into people. People are into, like I said, they're into things. Because why? Because things don't change. Things stay the same. If I sit this on the table, it's not going to move. But if you sit your little son over there in the corner and you say, honey, don't move, he's going to move. He's going to move. He can't help it. Why? Because we are made with emotions. We are made with, something that just tells us, okay, get up and go over there. Okay, get up and do this. Oh, you know what? Don't do that. Do this. People, we're too fickle. We're all over the place. We're emotional. So this is why you can't keep people with you like that. You can't keep people around you, but we need people around us. We need people around us. So how do you attract people around you? How do you keep people around you? Well, you have to create business. You have to create things, because things attract people. And there are things inside of you. If you a singer, if you an artist, if whatever you are, if you have any arts inside of you, use them. Use them. Use them so that you will never be alone. You can't depend on one person, like a man or a woman, to fulfill all your needs in your life. I mean, if that was the case, the society that we live in, it just cannot afford you that opportunity to just have that one person in your life that's just going to always be there, and you have to rely on this one person. It's actually not fair. It's not fair to have to rely on one person for everything that you need in your life. It's not fair. Try to create something in your life, a business, okay, where you can attract people to you and fulfill your life. And we put so much pressure on ourselves, because we're relying on this one person to be in our life. And, people, one day I might want to be here, and then tomorrow I might want to be there. I might not want to be with you tomorrow. You know what I mean? You can't rely on people. So if you rely on business, if you pull out all those beautiful things that's inside of you, then you could attract. And then by the end of the day, you're fulfilled. You feel beautiful. You feel loved, right? But you got to find out where the beauty is inside of you. And you have to build enough confidence in yourself to start and to take that little beautiful thing that you might not think that it's beautiful to you, but for somebody else, it's beautiful. You know, you might think that, oh, I can't sing. But you know what? If it's inside of you and you love to sing, it might not be beautiful to you, but let somebody else hear it, because it's a hidden treasure that was given to you. So don't just take that treasure and sit on it. Use it as a way to attract people to your life, so you don't have to be dependent on this one person to show up in your life, right? You don't depend on just this one person to show up in your life. And this is why, you know, and it's not really good, but men, they treat women like that, and they want to have all these different type of women, you know, because they feel like they need all of this validation, you know, in their life, to have all these people and all these women in their lives, and you know, because they're trying to fill their ego. And you don't have to do that. Like, you could still have interaction with men and with women, but it doesn't have to be physically. Start a business, and then you have that communication, you know what I mean, with someone, maybe for a couple of hours. You know, like for instance, for me, with me being here doing hair as a hairstylist, I have the opportunity of spending a couple of hours with people. You know what I mean? So I might have a client at 2 o'clock, and then we might not finish until about 6 o'clock. But within those 4 hours, I've had some time to communicate with someone. You know, I had an opportunity for someone to make me feel good because I just did their hair, and, you know, and they love it. So once they leave, I have this sense of satisfaction, and I feel valuable. You know, I feel beautiful. I feel, you know, I feel like I'm worth something. And you get that worthiness when you have business. You don't have to, you know, try to have all of these. I'm speaking from the perspective of men, when they feel like they have to have all these women, because it kind of validates them. It makes them feel valuable. But at the same time, they don't want to be like in this deep relationship with her. They just want her around for a few minutes or a few hours, just so that they can have this, so they can feel valuable, so that they can feel, you know, that so that they could feel loved, because, oh, she came, and then she came, and then she came. But then at the same time, you don't really feel the same way that I feel, you know, as a hairstylist, because I'm actually not just getting the company with them, but I have a business. So if you create a business, then not only are you getting the companionship, but you are also getting paid. And this is real relationship. Instead of just using people, you know, for that little companionship for a few minutes, but you know really deep down inside that you don't really want to be around them. But it's just to fulfill your ego, you know, just to make you be able to walk around in the street with your shoulders up, you know, and your chest poked out, you know. So it's just like false ego. And this is what men live off of. But as a woman, you know, we don't need that. But they need that from us, because that's what women give men. Women give men value. You know, the women, just the energy makes men feel like they're valid. You understand? And so we're so used to, we as women, we're so used to seeing us have that effect on men that we think that that's how we're supposed to have. And then we start behaving on that kind of program that we need ego. Like we need to be around this man to feel valuable. And women need more of that. Women need more than that. Women need more than to be around a man for value. For a man, that gives him value. That adds value to his life. Maybe for some men. I want to believe in my mind that there are men out there that are looking for more value in their life, besides having a plethora of women. But then you have, but for the majority of men, no, they don't. They just want a bunch of women around them just for ego. It doesn't have anything to do. They won't even start their own business. Their business is just how many women can I how many women can I get, to make me feel good. But then at the end of the day, they still feel like crap. And that's why they walk around unhappy, even you got everything. You got women, you got money, you got cars, you got this stuff, but they're still unhappy. Why? Because they don't have a business. Because it's okay to have a bunch of women, right? And that's why a lot of men, they use women as a business. They try. They trying to use women as a business. And when I say that, I mean, they want to use women as a way for them to make money. So they date women and see what I can get out of her. You know what I mean? And for them, it becomes like a business. So he got Carisha, he got Tanya, he got Ayla, he got this one, he got that one. And maybe she might take him out to dinner. And maybe she might take him out to the movies. Or maybe she might take him shopping. You understand? And so for them, it's a business. It has nothing to do with love. And so, and then this is why they'll tell you, well, I don't want a girl, I just want companionship. I just want a friend. Because they have now created a business out of women. You understand what I'm saying? Because, and it boosts their ego. So at the same time, their ego is being taken care of and their pockets is being taken care of. Whereas, and at the same time, though, the woman, she's not feeling as fulfilled because she's not doing that. So she's not giving no energy. She got her one job. She's going to her 9-to-5 job, and she's not getting no love from her coworkers. She's not getting no love at work. So then when she come home, he's out. He's with Carisha, Karen, Tanya, or whatever. So he's not really fulfilling you. And so you come home and you feel empty. But if you had a business where you had something tangible that you can attract people to you, right? You really wouldn't care about what he's doing. You really wouldn't care about what he's doing, right? You probably wouldn't even miss him, right? And then at the same time, that adds value to your life, that if he cross you, you'll let that go because you know your worth. And you know that you're not going to lower your standard because you're too beautiful to deal with a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, right? Because now you have your value. You have people that are visiting your business. They're coming to see you, and they're valuing your time, and you're fulfilled. Why do you that will replace a lying partner that you just sitting around waiting for this one person to come. Just one old person to come around. This one old man. You done cut off all your friends. You done cut up off all your resources. And you waiting for this one man to fulfill you. It's not going to work. Know your value. Know how beautiful that you are. You are beautiful. You are amazing. Right? Go out there. Start your business. Start your business. I don't care how small. Start it. Believe in it. Buy your business cards. Get the product. Start from small. I started from very small for my business. I started it I mean, I've been doing hair for 25 years, but I started my business in 2020 during the pandemic. And I was working in the hair salons, but then when everything closed down, I needed to work. So I started working from home. And I started with at my kitchen table, okay? And the chair. And I really felt bad. Like, people have to come here. I don't even have I don't have a vanity. I don't have anything, you know what I mean? But one of my neighbors was like, "No, you could do it. You could do it. Just do it. Just do it." And I started the business, and it has grown, and it is very fulfilling to me. And it has increased my value to the point where I am not going to allow anybody to mistreat me, to lie to me, to gaslight me, to use me. I know my worth. I know how beautiful that I am. And you have to know how beautiful you are. When you know your worth, meaning you know your level of beauty, you don't allow anybody, right, to make you lower your standard. And that's what a queen is. A queen is not something that you just put on your forehead. I'm a queen. No, a queen is a woman that lives up to her word. She's a woman that sets her boundaries. She's a woman that sets her laws, and if anybody breaks them, she cuts them off. That's a queen. That's a queen. You cannot call yourself a queen, but you allow a man, a woman, or anybody to betray you, to lie to you, to deceive you. A queen is not going to allow that. That's what makes you a queen. What makes you a queen is when you can say, "I will not accept that. I'm telling you from the beginning, I'm not going to accept that. This is what it is." And when they break that law and they break the rule, you drop them. That's a queen. If you cannot drop a man after you done laid down the laws, you done married him, and he break the law, the queen is supposed to remove him from the throne. You cannot be here. Period. You've broken the law. You've broken the standard. A king is a man that lives up to his word. A king is not just a man. A king is a man that lives up to his word. If he says something, that's what it is. If he makes a vow, he's living up to it. That's a king. A king and a queen is authority. It is an authoritative title. It is a title that says to the servant or whoever that if you break the law, you're done. You know the laws. If you break the law, you're done. That's what a king and a queen is. So what I'm saying to you today is, you are beautiful. You don't need any validation from anybody to tell you that you're beautiful. And you being beautiful is not enough. You got to be valuable. Not just beautiful, but valuable. How do you create value for yourself? When you're valuable, that means that you have the ability to attract people to you. This is why America is such a rich country, because America has the ability, has proven to be able to attract commerce to it. That's why we are number one, because we have the ability to attract commerce here. We are business. We attract people from all over the world for our goods, for the money, for finances. We have the ability to attract Lots and lots of people. We have people here from all over the world. So the question is, how do I become like America? Not just an American. How do I become like America? How do I attract people to me? The only way you can attract people to you is through business. It's through business. And, you know, you got to the ladies, you really have to redirect yourself away from men, because men are attracted to business. Okay? Men want business. They're not, they look, like I said, they like physical, they're looking for physical. Everything is what they see. Everything is about what they see. That's why when you see a man and you might be hanging out with him and you might see his eyes over there, his eyes over there, his eyes over there. That's what they do. They're physical and they're visual, right? So in that perspective, what are they looking for? What are they looking for? They're looking for valuables. They're looking for things. Men don't like people like that. Men like things. Okay? So when a man is looking at you, he's looking for something from you. He's looking for, what can I get from that? It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a man or a woman. What can I get from that? Even most friends that men make with each other are business relationships, and it's the same from women. They don't really want the woman. I mean, they want something from her, whether it's sex, money, or whatever she got going on. It has to be something that's going to feed his ego, because men live off ego, right? So what I'm saying is that, women, you need to direct yourself from that and focus yourself on you. Focus yourself on your business. Focus yourself on, how can I attract people to me so I can feel valuable and not depend on this value from a man. See, I personally, I don't seek energy from a man. I don't need it. Right? I don't need it. Like, it's nice to have somebody, that might like you or might want to be around you, but for me, I'm already fulfilled within myself. I don't really, what I'm looking for from somebody, I don't really think I can get it from just one person. I don't think I can really get it from just one person. I think, all I'm really looking for is trust. I'm looking for something that I could trust. Like, I could trust this comb. I could trust this comb. This comb, I could trust this. This right here, I could trust this. I'm looking for something I can trust. Why can I trust this comb? Well, because this comb, when I wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to still be a comb. It's going to still be a comb. When I wake up tomorrow morning, it's going to look just like this. I can trust this. And if I take good care of it, it might be able to stick around for a few years. If I take good care of this comb, I can trust this pen. When I wake up tomorrow morning, this pen is still going to be sitting right here. You can't depend on a person to do that. And we give people too much responsibility, too much credit. Too much credit. You want one person to do everything for you. You want one person to be everything to you. It's not realistic. It's impossible. You can't even do that. You can't even guarantee somebody that you're going to be here tomorrow. You hope you be here tomorrow. You can't even guarantee that the world gonna be here tomorrow. You hope the world gonna be here tomorrow, but it's not guaranteed. But we know that it's been here for the past billion years, so we can kind of rely on it to be here tomorrow, but we don't know. It's nothing in this world that you can really guarantee is going to be there tomorrow. But you want to at least put your trust in something that you can depend on for at least, 10 years? 10 years? Because when you meet somebody that's nice, when you first meet them, you hope that they could stay that way forever. Like, if you could just stay the same way forever, if you could just stay as nice as you are or as nice as you was when I first met you, oh my God, that would be amazing. If you could say, I've been with this man for 45 years and he ain't never changed. He stayed just like this. He ain't never changed. And our relationship just stayed the same. Nobody can say that. I know nobody can say that. Nope. 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 Been a whole lot of forgiving. A whole lot of I'm sorrying. A whole lot of that. And when you look at that person, you don't see the same person that you met. They don't look as good as they did when they met you. When you look at that person, you don't see that fine, handsome, nice man. He's just so amazing. Oh my God. Do you think you see that same, you think you see him the same way 2 years from now? Not even a year from now. A year later, he done screwed up. And now when you look at him, you don't even have that glow in your face no more. You don't see that glow because he broke the rules. So now you can't even treat him the same way that you treated him when you first met him because he broke the law. He changed. He changed. He told you, he told you, I would never do to you what I wouldn't want you to do to me. But then what did he do? He turned around and did the very same thing that he said that he would never do. So how can I treat you the same way? You lied to me. You a liar. You a liar. So how am I supposed to be as nice to you as I was when I first met you and I caught your ass in a lie? I don't understand how we're supposed to do that. And if I can't treat you the same way that I treated you when I first met you, it's kind of hard for me to continue to be around you. Because I don't like mistreating people. I want to give you the best me that I could give you. So if I can't give you the best me that I could give you, I'd rather just opt out. You don't deserve me to be arguing because I'm uptight, because I don't really like you the way I used to like you, but now I'm mad at you. I don't really like you as much. So now you're not going to get the 100% of me that you got. You're going to get like 50% of me. And why should I put myself through that and put you through that, right? Just to say that I have a companion. But we're not happy. We're not happy. You're not happy, and I'm not happy because I caught you in a lie. So half of me believe you, and then half of me don't believe you. Matter of fact, 70% of me don't believe you. Only 30% of me believe you. So why should I stay in a relationship that I have to be sleeping with one eye open and one eye closed? Why should I be in a relationship that I have to be thinking about, is he lying? Is he telling the truth? Why do I need to be in a relationship like that? Why do I need to stress myself out like that? Why do I need to take my life through that kind of stress just to say because I'm scared that I'm going to be by myself because I ain't got no business. If you had a business, then you would be busy. If you had a business, then you wouldn't be starving for a relationship. Get you some business. You ever heard somebody say, get you some business? That's what they mean. Get a business. Get some business. If you got a business, then you ain't going to be taking no shorts. You're not taking no shorts. If your price is $50, you're not going to lower your price for somebody else. If your price is $50, it's $50. And I'm not lowering it unless I feel like lowering it. So that means that if you're in a relationship and you asking them for 100%, you asking them for 100% honesty, you going to take less? You going to take less? Think about it. You in a relationship. You selling a product. I'm going to sell you this for $7.99. This is $7.99. No, but I don't have $70.99. Can you give it to me for $2.99? No, it's $7.99. You in a relationship. You're not going to lower your price. You in a relationship. You told y'all came together. We married. Everything is, you know what the laws are. You going to lower your price? Now he done lied. You going to lower your price? He lied. You going to lower your price? You broke the law. I told you I'm only accepting 100%. I'm only accepting 100%. Both of us is over 50 years old. Over 50 years old, you need to know what you're supposed to be doing. If you over 50 years old, you can't tell me you sorry. Over 50 years old, you need to be having, your life need to be perfect. That's right. It need to be perfect. Everything need to be perfect. I only forgive children. I don't forgive adults. No, not full-fledged adults. No, I don't forgive no full-fledged adult. You a full-fledged adult, you don't get no forgiveness. You know right from wrong, and you broke the law, and the game is over with. I'm done. Because otherwise, I'm going to mistreat you. I'm going to mistreat you. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Every day it's going to get ugly. It's not going to be nice. It's not going to be nice. And I don't know why people are trying to stay in relationships and you know you living with liars. And so you want to be arguing every single day. Why put yourself through that? Why put them through that? Why do that? You know you don't like them no more. They broke the law. They broke the rules. You don't like them no more. Let it go. And live your life and be happy. And continue on with your business. But the problem is, you ain't got enough business. So you like, well, if I let him go, what am I going to do? I'm going to go to work, and then I'm going to come home, and I'm going to just be sitting up there all by my daggone self. No, if you had a business, if you had some business, then you could know that you're going to be working all day. He might not be able to see you because you're so damn busy. She might not be able to see me because I'm so daggone busy. And that's what a lot of women are. Women don't understand. Oh, well, he don't got no time for me. Where he at? Where he at? He's busy. Maybe you should try to be busy. Be busy. Oh, I don't never see him. Well, he need to be saying he don't never see you. Get you some business. Get busy. Right? Get busy. Build up your value. And then maybe you can have some value about yourself where you can say, you know what, if somebody disrespect you or he do something that ain't right, you let that go. You let that go. But you putting up with so much drama because you don't really have a life. So that's what your life is dedicated to. The drama. The drama. And you spent 45 years in drama because you didn't really create a life for yourself, a business. Your business was going to your 9 to 5, coming home with the same drama. But if you had a business, you wouldn't have no time for the drama. Matter of fact, if you had a business, anytime drama came your way, you'd be like, I'm out. I'm not dealing with that. Sorry, I can't deal with it because you ain't going to like me. You're not going to like me. Because you know one thing about me, I'm sorry, I don't know about a lot of y'all on here, but, you know, for me, I can't fake. I can't fake. I'm not a fake. If I don't like you, you're going to know it. You're gonna know it. I'm not an actress when it comes to that. I know I'm a natural actress. Like, I'm not an actress. I'm just natural. Like, I'm just naturally nice, naturally pleasant, naturally professional. Like, I'm just natural, right? But if you cross me, I'm just naturally I'm naturally just not gonna like you. I'm just naturally not going to like you. And I'm not going to fake like I like you. I can't fake, And that's why a lot of these relationships be handling, they last so long with people because they be faking. They be fake liking each other. Fake liking each other. I can't do that. I don't know how people do it. They're very good actors and actresses. I don't know how they do it. How do you fake like somebody? Oh, and call it forgiveness. Call it forgiveness. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. If you cross me, I can't because I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I can't afford to forgive you, right? Because I can't put myself in a position where you could do that again. I can't afford to put myself in a position where you could hurt me again. I can't afford to put myself in a position where you could steal from me again. So I don't do the forgiveness stuff. I don't do it. I can forgive kids, like I said. I forgive children. I don't forgive adults, especially not an adult man. You can't tell me I'm sorry and you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. You knew you were a liar before you married me. You knew you was a liar. So now you got caught, and so now you want to say forgive me? Now you want to say you're sorry? You full of shit. You're full of crap. Right? You're full of crap. I don't forgive you. It's a wrap. It's over. Because obviously, I'm not good enough for you. I'm not good enough. If you cheated, then obviously you telling me that I'm not good enough for you. So why should I forgive you? Right? For you to go back out there and do it again. You're going to do it again. Right? Because you did it the first time. So you're going to do it again. So because I caught you, you're not going to do it? No. No. You're going to find a way to do it again. Right? You just going to go another route where you can sneak. Do it going around the corner. You're going to do it again. So stop forgiving grown people. Right? Because my thing is at 40, 50 years old, you need to be having life down pat. You need to know this. By 40, 50 years old, you need to know already the rules. You need to already know how to live. You already need to know how to play this game. You need to already know that if I commit myself in a marriage and I say I'm getting married, then you need to already know what that means. What that means. So if you getting into the marriage and you're not living up to the vows of the marriage, then that means that you came here underhandedly. You came here to get something. You didn't really come here to build anything with somebody. You came here to take something. You came here to take something. And my viewpoint, you came here to take something. Because if you married me, right? You over 40, 50 years old. So you already know the rules. Right? So you coming in and now you break the law. You know what the laws are and you break it. In my viewpoint, you didn't really come here for me. You didn't really come here to get married. You didn't really come here to build something with me. You came here to take something. What is it that you wanted? What did you want? You wanted something. You didn't want me. You didn't want this relationship. You didn't want a lifetime. You wanted something. Because ain't nobody going to cheat on somebody, right, that they have made a conscious decision that they want to build and grow with. Ain't nobody gonna do that. So, know your worth, know how beautiful you are, and dig deep inside of you, ladies, because we're very spiritual. Men are physical, women are spiritual. We're spiritual. We have a spiritual essence inside of us. We don't deal on physicalities. The only reason that women are so carry themselves around and do all this extra stuff to themselves is because men are visual. So, women do all of this stuff so that they can gain the attraction of a man. But for real, women don't have to do that. We have too much character. We don't have to be overdressed. Men have to do that. Men have to do that. A woman don't have to be overdressed. A woman don't even have to be dressed. We got so much character. I can sit here and talk to you with a baseball cap on, with my hair, nothing on. I could sit here and I could just talk and run my mouth, and I got character. I have essence. I'm spiritual. I'm a woman, right? But we do all this extra stuff because that's what a man attracts to, because a man is only visual. He's not got too much of this intellect. I'm just saying, men. I mean, if you're watching, if you're on, I'm not trying to say nothing negative really about you like that, but the reality of it is that y'all are visual and you're physical. Okay, so, but for women, we are spiritual. We feel things, right? We have intuition. We are spiritual. We have essence. When we see something, we like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so nice. If you tell a woman, oh, something happened to such and such and such and such, she gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, really? That's who we are. You're not gonna see a man up there like, oh, baby, oh, come on, stand up, man. You okay, boo? And very rare will you have a man that is in tune like that. That's a woman's characteristic. Those are women traits, right? So what I'm saying to you women, the beauty is on the inside of us. It's not the outside. It's not the outside, right? And this is why women that are tapped into their character, women that are tapped into their spirituality can either make a man or break him. It's either or. She could either make him or she could break him. Now, she can break him because he does not respect her intellect. He doesn't want to go higher. He wants to stay in the lower extremities of being visual and looking at everything and being physical and looking around like a little kid. They don't want to learn nothing. They don't want to know nothing. They're just like a little child that's just looking around, just looking around, just looking around. Right? And so if you the type of woman that is trying that is trying to evolve, that is trying to grow, then a man like that might not want to be involved with you. Right? So that kind of man might not want to be involved because he don't want to rise. He like being who he is. Looking around, looking at everything. He don't want to think. He don't want to think. He don't want to think about nothing else. Just, okay, let me try to see if I can find this girl and see what she got on, and, look like she got a couple of dollars. Maybe I can get something out of her, and that's that, because they just live in scarcity and they just live in trying to get something from somebody, trying to take, harvest, right? So I'm saying all this to say, women, focus on your beauty, your inner beauty. Stop focusing so much on the outer beauty. Focus on the inner beauty so you can make your business and create your business. Create your business. Because you're looking for fulfillment in one area, in one character, in one person, and it's not fulfilling you. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but I know I'm talking to somebody. I'm feeling that. You're looking for energy and love and enjoyment and fulfillment from one person, and they're not giving it to you, and you're mad at them and you're angry at them, and that's not right. It's something you need to do, because you can't find everything you want from one person. That's why everybody has gifts. Everybody has talents. Everybody has, things that we want, right? You got the sneaker store, you have the makeup store, you can't go to the sneaker store to buy makeup, right? You can't go to the lingerie shop and buy cigars, right? You can't look for everything you want in one person. And that's what a woman is looking for from a man. You can't expect that from one person. Start your business. Start your business so that you can get the fulfillment that you need, and you can stop arguing with one man because he don't give you everything that you need from him. Start your business. Dig deep inside of you. Your beauty is inside. It ain't outside. It may be outside for 5 minutes. It may be outside for 2 minutes. But a woman's essence and her beauty is from deep, deep, deep down inside. And if you're trying to find a man that is going to appreciate that and value that, you're sadly mistaken. You're sadly mistaken. Because men do not look past the outside. They don't. They don't care nothing about that. A man cares about money. A man cares about things. And you, to a man, is nothing but a thing. A thing. And that's why you have to be very careful with them. Because they need things more than you think they do. Men need things more than women need things. Men need things more than women. Men love things. That's why you see when you walking around, that's why you see men looking at everything. They love things. Okay? And the more things you have, the more a man is going to be attracted to you. And you think that he's attracted to you, and he's not attracted to you. He's attracted to your things. Because men like things. So ladies, focus on your inner beauty. Stop worrying about what he wants. Focus on your inner beauty so you can attract people to you. So you could build your confidence up. So you don't have to be dependent on a man to validate you for the day. All I need is just to hear him today, and my day is done. I went to work and I came home, and I just need that one phone call from him, and my day is done. I'm good. Don't wait on that phone call. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. You need more than one man to be calling you. You need a business. Get with your women sisters and start something. Get something going together. Okay, ladies? Well, It's been great with you all today. I hope I said something today to enlighten you and encourage you, and I hope I said something of value to you today. If you can, press the like button. I have 2 likes on there, so if you can kind of, press the button if you did like it, I would appreciate that. That would move the algorithm a little bit, and get the spoken word out. I think it's valuable, and I think it's worth listening to. So thank you so much for hanging out, and you're beautiful, and stay beautiful.